Good morning, and welcome to Unity in Lynnwood's meditation. I'm Candy Stanford, and I will be one of your prayer chaplains for today. So now, as we go within, let us clear our thoughts of whatever is going on in the outside world. And know that where we are is sacred space. And in that, we are lovingly held in the consciousness of spirit, where everything is possible. And all we have to do is accept it and know that as there is plenty for each one of us, there is plenty for all. We do not diminish anybody else's gift. And when we are grateful for that gift, we receive more. And as we live in gratitude, let us just consider all the possibilities of goodness that are around us, available for us, from a spirit who is truly giving and loving and allows us this wonderful life. And so as we go into the silence, let us think of how fortunate we truly are to be living in this world today. As we return from the silence, let us carry that essence of abundance and appreciation throughout our day and our week, knowing that Spirit carries us ever forward in love and security, wherever we are and whatever we are doing. We are always guided and protected by this overflowing Spirit that loves us and protects us. And I'm so very grateful for all of these things. And I release this prayer knowing that it is truly so, and so it is.
I spent my whole life searching for shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan. In these walls I've seen the light of love, pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here, and it feels like home, feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. Feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. Feels like home. It's a place to share your burden, and it's safe to shed a tear, to say a prayer and raise your voice in song, where every heart is honored and every path is too, and no one's here to judge you right or wrong. And there's no shame, no sin, this place where love begins. Feels like home, feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home, feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, feels like home. A family that I can call my own. Feels like home.
Morning, welcome. Thank you.
That was so beautiful. I almost forgot to come up. So it's so funny to me how Spirit works. It just shows up in so many things. This morning, Lynn and I were talking about how being here feels like home. It feels like family. And then you're singing this beautiful song. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you. So welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. We're so happy to have you here. Whether you're here for your first time or you're coming back, we are just so grateful for all of you. You are what make us who we are, your energy and your light. So we're going to start with a brief prayer just to kind of get us centered and settled. So I invite you to get still, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Let's take a deep breath in together and out. We are so blessed to have this space, to have this community, to have this rain today. We are so blessed. And it's from this space that we center ourselves with gratitude and love for all that is to come. And we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. All right, well, our talk today is Living the Principles, Christ in All People. So we're going to be looking at that second unity principle today and going a little bit deeper to see what that means for us in our lives. So our mission as a church is practical spirituality, welcoming community. Now, practical spirituality really is that living the Christ in all things, right? Showing up as our highest selves, practicing all these amazing tools we learn here in our lives. And welcoming community is just all of you and the love and joy that we share here. So if you are new, feel free to approach one of us and say hi, because we are excited to see you. All right, now we're going to be saying our invocation and vision. And if you'll say this with me. Though imagined and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather here today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. And I love that vision statement, to celebrate our unity and to honor all life. That's so powerful. Okay, also we're going to talk about our core values, and today we're on our first E for Empower, which is embodied divinity. We support people in realizing and expressing their divine potential in spirit, mind, and body. And I see that. So in that feeling, we're going to take a moment to honor someone very special who has served in our hospitality for many years. And we're going to be inviting up Julianne. Sorry, I know your name. Julianne to share about Gail Piper so we can honor her.
Good morning, everyone. So we're going to honor Gail for sure, but I want to start by honoring everyone who has been working in who's been serving in the hospitality department this past year. It's been, a year of showing up every Sunday, bringing something for us to connect over and share and get to know each other. And I really have appreciated being part of that service. And so let's start by, I'm going to kind of read a little bit here because I want to recognize some wonderful people in the hospitality department who have put their time, creative energies, and generous spirits into showing up regularly, serving from their hearts with love and care for our community. We have 3 superb hosts who head up a team of hospitality helpers one Sunday a month, including planning and bringing food to share, as well as working with their team to set up, serve, and clean up in the kitchen. And they include Gail, if you could stand, Cindy Gallinger, and Tori Horseman, if she's here. Maybe she's not here. Oh, is she? We'll have to make sure we thank her. So yeah, let's give them a round of applause. In addition, I want to recognize our wonderful hospitality team helpers who support the hosts in providing food and helping to set up, serve, and clean up. Some do this once a month and others up to 2 to 3 times a month. Will all the hospitality helpers also stand, please, so we can recognize you? Thank you to each of you for showing up to serve with your heart, your hands, and your authentic selves. You are deeply appreciated. And now we want to recognize and honor Gail, our first Sunday hospitality host, who after 4 years of creating a space to welcome newcomers and congregates to share together and connect, she's ready to take a break and honor some of her own needs at this time, which I admire, Gail. Gail, you have put your heart and soul into the hospitality First Sunday ministry, and it won't be the same without you. Your inspiration and dedication lives on through all whom you have touched, especially your team of helpers. Suzanne and Nancy have a few words, and we'd like you to come up too, please.
You want to come up? Hi there. And I've got some notes too. I'm Nancy.
I was supposed
and
to be able to preview them, but I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? No. So, and some, there'd be just a little bit of repetition, but I don't think it will hurt. Today in Friendship Hall, we will be honoring Gail Piper for her sterling hospitality. And approximately 4 years ago, Gail took a good idea and made it better. At that time, Unity in Lynnwood had many new people coming to attend for the first time, and Dr. Richard, the spiritual director, had wanted to make them feel welcome, so he initiated First Sunday Newcomers Potluck. Gail started organizing it with the objective of not only getting to know people, new people, but making this a sacred time. We were treated to a special time of beauty. She led a group of people to put tablecloths on the tables and help with the preparation. Gail brought centerpieces made from flowers from her own garden, and she created themes with delicious main dishes. Other members continued to bring tasty side dishes and desserts and included others' diets of vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free, and we continue to do that. I think that we can now say, with Gail's help and lots of participation, we have learned about one another and created our own sacred space where we can find the Christ in each other. Thank you, Gail, so much.
That's beautiful, Nancy. Okay, oh Lord. And I just want to add that Gail was also an excellent manager in the kitchen.
Bossy. That's code for bossy.
No. She kept each one of us who were kitchen helpers productively engaged. As soon as we finished one task, she came up with another. We didn't have to stand around wondering what to do next. But
no.
Most of all, Gail's values and commitment to community service shine through everything she does. She planned the menus months in advance and paid for a lot of the food out of her own pocket. She would set aside plates of food for busy church staff and volunteers who couldn't get to the fellowship hall in time because they were busy with meetings after the service. She made sure that leftovers went to wherever they would be most needed and appreciated. And she kept the kitchen squeaky clean, which is not that easy to do. And I would see Gail scrubbing away on the oven and the refrigerator. It was a pleasure and an honor to work with Gail, and I hope that you will find time today to thank her because she so deserves it. Yeah.
Thank you. So I just want to say that it's my deep belief that we create connection and community, and especially through sacred space and beautiful, beautiful food. So for all of you who have contributed, helped out, swept the floor, managed the compost bins that are beyond my beyond, for Suzanne and Nancy, and Sally, Zella, I don't know where she is, Gwendolyn, for sharing the values and the beauty to help create this sacred space. We have a phenomenal menu today: lasagna, fried rice, 2 kinds of garlic bread, Caesar salad, and enough desserts to feed an army. So please come. Thank you.
I'll say one more thing.
Oh, Lord.
One more thing. Thank you, Gail, for giving so generously of yourself. You are a blessing. Love and peace to you. And these flowers are for you. As well. Okay.
Flowers are my love language. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so wonderful just to hear from all of you, and thank you, Gail. It means so much. All right, so we're going to go ahead and welcome our first-time guests. If you're visiting Unity of Lynnwood for the first time, or if you're returning after being away for a while, we're so glad you're here. And we have an ambassador here. Francis is going to be giving out some packets for anyone who's new. If you're comfortable and it's your first time or you're coming back, go ahead and raise your hand. And if not, just see Francis at the back. Yay! Okay, sorry, I got excited. All right, and if you have any questions, if you need me support, go see Frances. She can support you in that. She's fantastic. All right, and also we have our online participants today, and we have 17 people watching. Right? It's fantastic. Some of those who are watching are Dale from Lake Stevens, Ursula from Cocoa, Florida, Valerie from Mukilteo. Sorry. Every time I'm going to do that, yes. And thank you so much for joining us. If everyone wants to look over at the camera, right, this one, and just give a wave and say, welcome. We love that you're here, and we hope that, you're enjoying watching us online. You are so valued. You're a blessing to us. Thank you so much. All right, so now we're going to join in with a group song as we continue our service.
Let's sing together as we remember and celebrate that the Spirit of divinity is within all of us. And if you're comfortable, you may not be comfortable, but if you are, you can turn and sing to your neighbor and sing this to them. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. One more time. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And please stand as you're able and greet your neighbor today and say hello to someone.
If you'd like to take your seats. I think the meet and greet part of our service could last 10 minutes easily. All right, thank you very much. So, good morning. My name's Sally West, and I'm pleased to be your platform host today. And I'd like to add my welcome to Angie's. Unity in Lynnwood is a place of welcome, and the reason that that is more than a slogan is because we see people heart first here. You can be of any religion or none. You can be of any ethnicity, race, gender, or sexual orientation. We see you as a fellow soul. I don't know if you have been following, as I have, the walk for peace of the Buddhist monks across the southern states of America. I've been moved by the way they treat each person with dignity, honoring the divinity within every individual they meet, no matter their outer appearances or challenges. And people from very different cultures, people who have no idea what Buddhism even is, respond to the monks' heart-led simplicity with tears and gratitude. Imagine if we all lived heart first. What would this world look like? And that's what we strive for here. And that's why I love Unity in Lynnwood. But in order to achieve a heart-first life, we need to practice it, because this world has us very much mind first. Something I like to do in the morning from time to time is to ask, what does my soul want to tell me? And then just sit in the silence and see what comes. This is what came to me recently, and I offer it today in the hopes that it may speak to you too. Unfold. Release the shape you have been molded to. Spread your wings. Unfold the origami structure, beautiful as it may be, and allow the full sheet of your existence to be seen and made available. We are so neatly folded by life into perfect shapes of expectations, defined purposes, and sharp edges, swinging from our mobile strings to fulfill earlier promises. What is your promise now? Allow the now. Maybe I was a pretty little heron, admired, but stiff-shaped and barely moving in the air. Unfolding, I become a glider, free to soar, free to unbecome and re-become with each breath. Our breath lets us be shape shifters. Exhale out the old, breathe in the now. This world is in need of remaking, and we are its creators. Let all unfold. Thank you.
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is. flowing free, in and out and through me, as me, where I doubt, God is the faith in me, where I cry, God is the comfort there, where I see, God is the answer, here and now, forever, forever and ever, where I speak, truth is, where I work, love is my career, where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me, as me. Oh, oh. Where I am, where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, where I sing, where I dance, my dance, my dance, wherever I go, where I pray and take and give and live, God is, God is, God is, God is.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I love that song so much. It's so beautiful, and you are amazing, beyond words. And Sally, thank you for the reading. It was so beautiful and inspiring. So thank you for that. So today we're going to revisit our 5 unity principles, and I'd like to start by just saying them again, so that we can start getting them, in our minds. We're going to have them right up here. Number 1, there is only one presence and one power active as the universe and as my life, God the good omnipotent. 2, our essence is of God, therefore we are inherently good. This divine essence was fully expressed in Jesus the Christ. Number 3, human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has a beginning in thought. Number 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, we align our heart-mind with God and know our oneness. Denials and affirmations are the tools we use. And 5, through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth that we know. Now, these are those 5 basic ideas that have always been part of unity. Even in the very beginning, one of the things that I love in ministerial school was reading the old books and realizing they're teaching the same thing we're teaching now. They back in the late 1800s, they were starting to teach this already. And probably before then, honestly, but it means a lot to me to see that and to know this works. This is real. There is a long-standing foundation for what we learn and practice in unity. So our second unity principle, our essence is of God. You might also hear it said, God is within me and within everyone, and so we are good. We go from that first one, God is all good and active in everything, and God is active in me and in everyone. And we have that Christ within us. And in unity, when we talk about the idea of Christ, It's not referring to Jesus, the man. We're referring to that divine indwelling presence within each of us, that spark of the divine that is us expressing in this world. Charles Fillmore described the Christ as the divine idea man, the Son of God in each of us. It's that inner knowing of our unity with God, that source of peace, love, wisdom, and power. And as we recognize this truth, it calls us to really look within, to really think about, who am I in this world? How am I showing up? Am I showing up as my Christ self? This also calls us to see that Christ in others. And the best way to do this is to start with ourselves. How are we showing up? When we're in challenging situations, am I showing up as my highest self? Is this the Christ expressing? Questioning it, looking at it, and knowing that I have it within me. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. It's not always easy, but it's there. And starting that practice. And as we become more compassionate with ourselves, when we notice, oof, there's some pain there. When we get to know ourselves better, we get more compassion, more openness, and that spreads to people outside of us. So it really does start here with recognizing our stuff, right? Recognizing what's coming up for us and recognizing the truth that we are divine. And then the blessing is that we get to start seeing that in everyone around us. And when you're looking for the Christ in each person, you start to see the good instead of the judgment, right? When we're looking with eyes of judgment, we're seeing that we're separate. You know, we're different, that person, those people. But when we're looking with the eyes of Christ, we are all one. We are all here. We all are working together, living together in this oneness. And having that understanding that what I am putting out there is affecting others as me. You know, it opens us up. And again, challenges us to look beyond the appearances, to look beyond our fears and our doubts and our frustrations and see that Christ living within each person. So I want to take a moment, and I want you to think of somebody who maybe there's some tension with in your life. I want you to take a moment and see that person. And then I want you to affirm, just within, the Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. And again, the Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. And just notice, does anything shift? Is there any shifting in like, oh, I can see that. I can see the light that you are. Emily Cady wrote in her book, How I Use Truth, that the moment we believe something is true, we begin to try to convert others to our belief and our eagerness, right? Anyone do that? We forget that truth is kaleidoscopic in its forms. We learned to say, with some degree of realization, that God works in me to will and to work for good. But we quite forget that the same God is working equally in each person to will and work. Right? It's really easy to say, I'm excited about this. This is it. This is the right way. And if God is active in all people, then it's not just our way. I shouldn't even say necessary. It's not just our way. I love the word truth, the phrase, truth is kaleidoscopic in its forms, because it gives that sense of shifting, right? Of light shining through different forms. There are so many ways to show up in this world and to show up as love in this world. So this is about being open to that. We're going to meet people that we're going to kind of rub up against. I used to say it's the growing edges, right? This is a part where I'm working on, and I'm going to see it in this person. I'm going to be like, oh, no, I can't do that. But that's part of our growth, is having those growing edges, recognizing it, noticing your stuff, what's coming up for you, and seeing the Christ in all of it. And that's how we grow, and that's how we learn compassion and understanding. We see that Christ in ourselves and in each person, each situation. Myrtle Fillmore, from Letters of Myrtle Fillmore, wrote, "Think of all men and all women, all children, as ever abiding in his presence and expressing his qualities. As you do this, you will touch the reality of individuals, and you will invite only the best from them. Spirit will respond as you expect it to, for the Spirit of God is in each and every person." So what she's saying is, when we look at other people, we should see that highest part of them. And just, that, of course, that's what it is. And this isn't about changing them, making them behave more, differently. It's about shifting our perspective so that we can see that highest and expect that highest. And from that space, we will encourage it through our actions, through our communication, to shift. You see it a lot with kids, right? I worked with youth forever, I know, but the most profound moments for me were with the children who might seem challenging. And as you just stay with them and continue to see that light, there's a shift. And it's one of those things like, I don't know if it's them or if it's just me, right? But there's a shift, and you see their light, and you see their joy, and when they feel safe, and when they are not judged, and they know that you see the best in them, it's just, everything is different. And that's how it is with people, with all people, not just little ones. When we see the highest and best in people and expect that that's where they're coming from, we're going to see more of that. And that's that whole idea, too, of what we are focusing on is what we're getting. So if we're focusing on all of the irritations and all the ways these people upset us, then we're just looking for more of that, right? But if we're looking at, I see the Christ in this person. I know they don't mean this as an offense to me, right? This is just whatever it is. I don't have to take this on in a negative way. I can continue to see them in their wholeness and in their Christness. So this is a big one, right? The second principle. It doesn't seem like much at the start, but there's a lot there. It really calls us to go deep. It's not just saying, oh yeah, we're all God. It's knowing that and living from that space. I have a story about, this is a Tibetan story about a monk who saw a beggar on the road. The beggar was covered in dust and asking for food, and people were just passing by. The monk, however, stopped, looked into the beggar's eyes, and bowed deeply before offering food. His students asked him, "Master, why did you bow?" And he replied, "Because I saw the Buddha asking for food." He saw the Buddha in this man's eyes. And we see this teaching across religions. We see this teaching in Buddhism and Hinduism and Sikhism. Hindu mystics teach that at the core of each person is Atman, the true self, described as timeless, deathless, and one with the divine. Spirit, the divine in all people. In Sikhism, they say there is one light in all, and that light is the same in everyone. Recognize the divine light within all beings and experience the oneness of creation. How powerful is that? Recognize the divine light within all beings and experience the oneness of creation. So across these spiritual traditions, we have Atman, we have Buddha nature, the divine image, the honored human, or one light. And we hear the message, there is something sacred at the core of every being. So the next question is, of course, how do we live this? How do we show up as the Christ? Each day, how do we recognize the Christ in each moment? And as always, it comes back to practice. It's setting that intention each morning before you leave your house, before you start moving. You could affirm, the Christ in me awakens now. Or I move forward, guided by the Christ within, seeing the best in all people. It starts by setting that intention for each day. And you start to see where it's not lining up, right? And that's okay, because none of us are expected to be perfect. None of us are there yet. I know I'm not. So it's about practicing, continuing to show up every day, continuing to notice what you're responding to, how you're responding to it, and making that effort to ask, what would the Christ in me do in this situation? If I'm showing up from Christ, how might I respond? Or if I'm showing up from love, how might I respond? So, as we know, it's easy to do this in theory, harder sometimes in practice, but always worth it, because in every step of this, we're learning. We're releasing more of the things that don't serve us, and we're opening up to more of the good in each other and in ourselves. So today, as we move through our lives, let's carry with us this affirmation of Unity's second principle. The Christ in me honors and beholds the Christ in you. Let's remember that. The Christ in me calls forth the Christ in you. And when we see it, when we really live it, it starts to become the very air we breathe. It starts to become natural. And it starts to fill us. When we're in that space, that joy and the love we feel, it begins to grow and it becomes a habit, right, to see the good. So it's a big one, but I love it so much. Just that knowing that spark of the divine is in each of us. And we get to choose to notice it, to really see it. All right, so let's go into meditation. I invite you to get still, get comfortable. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to affirm that the Christ is in each of us. We are that Christ expressing, and we are that Christ opening and accepting and seeing the good in each person, in each situation. Being willing to be present to what is, to be curious about what we're feeling, what we're seeing, and to practice every day meeting that Christ in each person. We move through this week with that love and that light. And I really invite you to tap into that. To be willing to be open. And you will see and feel that light in that transformation. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and release it. The Christ in me sees and honors the Christ in you. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angie. Now is the time when we prepare to give. And remember that every gift we share is an act of love. Talk about heartfelt, heart-led. It's a way of saying yes to the work of the Spirit here in Unity in Lynnwood and also in the world. Your generosity helps us create a place of belonging, of peace, and of transformation for all who enter here. We invite you to give from the heart, knowing that as you give, you also receive. For in God's economy, love always multiplies. I'd like the ushers to come forward.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We are so blessed. We are so joyfully accepting of these gifts. We are prospering because of the love and joy that is here in this community, in this building. And we just say thank you to everyone who shares their light and their gifts with us. And together, we say, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is.
And now it's time for invitations. Okay. Temple Beth Orr. Oh, first of all, let me draw your attention to the small groups that are available here, and then I'll go on to invitations. Temple Beth Orr, the Jewish community that has been calling Unity in Lynnwood home while their own building is being remodeled, has invited our community to join them for a special Tu Bishvat, the New Year of Trees, on Friday, this coming Friday, February 6th at 7 p.m. This in-person evening includes a service and a reflective Seder focused on care for our natural environment. Advance registration is required. And our beloved community member, Tony Praviti, has made their transition. We hold Tony and all who love them in prayer and in light. You are warmly invited to join us for a celebration of life service on February 7th at 11 a.m. here at Unity in Lynnwood as we gather to honor and remember Tony together. And finally, February is all about love, and this month we're celebrating our love for Unity in Lynnwood. You'll find Valentine cards on the tables in Friendship Hall, inviting you to finish the sentence, "I love Unity in Lynnwood because." And these notes will be displayed around the church and shared on social media as part of our We Love Unity in Lynnwood community campaign. And I believe that's going to be happening throughout the month of February. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
At every service, we have prayer chaplains available to meet with you after service for prayer or a divine wholeness blessing. So our prayer chaplains today are Candy and Amanda. If you would stand. And we're going to, if you want to, there you go. So you can meet them up front here if you would like to have a prayer or that divine wholeness blessing. For those of you online, if you would like to be prayed with, send an email to prayer@unityinlynnwood.org. And if you include your phone number, we can call you and we can pray with you. All right. If you'd like to just send a prayer request without a call, you can do that as well, and we will add it to our prayer requests. All right. So let's go ahead and close with prayer today. As we take in all this energy and light that we've shared, we center ourselves in our Christ selves, knowing our divinity, knowing that we are perfect as we are and as we grow. We step forward with confidence in light and love, and with the intention to see that light in everyone. Thank you so much. Amen.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, teach the people to stop fighting, start uniting, live as one. Let's get together, love each forever, a sanctuary for you, a sanctuary for you. Thank you. Have a beautiful Sunday.